This is a video tour of Peaceful CoParenting Messenger App. The Face ID triggers for easy login. On the top, you can see all the tabs. We have chats, canned messages. We have records, which is like your communication report. You've got resources, and then you have your settings. So you have your personal information where you can add your children, you can add an emergency contact. You can then go to account settings where you can delete your account. Contact settings is where you can set up the limiting communications with your co-parent. So let's click on Andy and see what kind of contact settings he has. So this is where you can change how often or the communication limitations that you want to set up with your co-parent. So you could be an extended chat, and that would mean there's no restrictions. It's just an open messaging system, and the messages are very secure. You can see when they are sent and when they are seen. Or you could do brief chat, where you limit messages to 150 characters or less, just keeping messages really short so that you don't get very long messages. So hopefully that'll keep the nastiness out and keep your co-parent focused. And then canned chat is those pre-written messages I was showing you earlier. We can take another closer look at that in a little bit. You can allow attachments or not. You could do messages accepted per day. So if you want to limit how often your co-parent messages you, you could set that up. If you want to do time accepting messages, you could set up when you are willing to accept messages from your co-parent, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or something like that. You could also set up a waiting period in between messages so that there's a cooling off period and that you don't get those back-to-back messages. And this can help to diffuse an emotional exchange if your co-parent has to wait to send you another message. So you could set that up. You can mute notifications or block your contact there. So that's communication settings. Now let me show you the chat page. We'll go into this communication I have with my contact named Andy. You can also get to the contact settings from this page as well in the upper right-hand corner there. But as you can see when the messages are sent and seen. And then also you might notice this little exclamation point and then this little red hazard symbol next to these messages here. You can mark messages as you go through as either flagged or offensive. The flagged messages turn up yellow, and then the offensive messages will turn up as red. And so when you run your communication report, those will already be highlighted for you. So let me show you that. This is your record of communications. It's a PDF document that will come to you if you would like to request that. The green messages are from the app letting you know that contact settings have been changed. So you are alerted every time your co-parent changes contact settings so that you are aware of your limitations, like how often you can message them, message length, any restrictions on that. And then you can see the yellow message and the red message. These are the messages that we highlighted in the chat as important, and then the red one was offensive. And so that's how it'll show up in your communication report so that you can already have that marked. So going back into the app, let me show you those canned messages. These are the pre-written messages that are semi-customizable so that you can limit any kind of free text messages that your co-parent sends you, but still get co-parenting business done. So you could put some specific dates, times, locations, that kind of thing, and go ahead and do this and send that to your co-parent. And this is how it would look when that happens. So what's kind of nice about those canned messages is that, like I said, you can still get co-parenting business done, but they are restricted to just these messages only. We've got everything in here from I'm running 5 minutes late to, please drop off a child at a location at a certain time. So this is for, those situations where if your co-parent is having a hard time sending you appropriate messages by free text, you can limit to these canned messages. And then we have those records of communication. So let's take a look here. You can do the entire message communication or messages within a date range and select those. You can include attachments. And then here's where you can highlight the flagged messages or offensive messages, and then you would send them to yourself, your attorney, your co-parenting divorce coach, whatever the case may be. And then on the resources tab, this is just additional information on getting a divorce coach or groups that may be helpful for you, books, parenting classes, and podcasts and videos. And then we're back to settings. So hopefully that gives you a good overview of the Peaceful CoParenting Messenger app. You can have multiple contacts in the app, as you can see here. There is no group chat function, but you can have multiple contacts. Hopefully that gives you a good overview of the app.